Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2 Hexagonal Mode, and we've been working on our hexagonal man. I'm going to cut you guys off up there, and we're going to take a look at what we're doing this episode. So last episode, we put these guys in to help flush out the system. And the way it is, let's see here. Let's get over here. Boom, boom. Yeah. So if there's nothing in this quadrant, which this one is, or quadrant, this is in section, position 3. So for this current shape that we have going, let's take a look at it. There's nothing in number 3. 1, 2, 3. And 4. So nothing in 3, nothing in 4. So those ones are going to be dead and stuck. In the meantime, we're going to make sure that anything that comes around in position 2, which is up here, is the right shape. So again, that's the shape that we're looking for. And why not? Let's put these in here. So nothing in 4. And this is 5, and this is 6, and this is 1. So we are passing all those through at the appropriate rate, and when we shift to a new shape, these are going to, anything that's left in the hopper here is going to go off into the trash. Only when it is activated. So we could build a whole thing that says, hey, if this is equal to, I think that would take another one of these deciders here, one of these belt filters, basically saying, hey, if this is null, then go ahead and jet it in here. Or if it is this shape, if it's null or not this shape, then jet it in here. So anyway, I don't necessarily know how to do that. Because that would be nice to be able to drain all of this junk out. But in the meantime, it's feeding out this way. And joining in here, which I don't know we necessarily want that. Yeah, see, it's still making this old shape. And these are probably all coming in here and then are all going into the trash. Yeah. So that's just going to slow down the switch over when we go from shape to shape. All right. So one thing we can do instead of this is just say, hey, if you're not the right shape for what we're doing right now, into the trash you go. And we could put that here, or even better, we could put it here before it goes into this next stacker. So I think that's what we're going to do. And let's do this. I'm going to get rid of you. And then I'm going to take all this. And actually, because then we're going to do the same thing here. So let's do this. Let's do it. All right. So we're going to copy or cut you. And this is where you were. 1, 2. I'm going to move you out 2. This guy, we're going to cut you and move you out 1. So that gives us room here and here. And in the meantime, let's just fill these belts in. No, it's not, because those are going to be part of this as well. I'm going to take this and plunk it down there, because this is our starting point. And what we need to do is say, hey, are you the right shape that we're working on right now? So basically anything coming down out of here is going to be a combination of position 2 and 3. So are you that combo of position 2 and 3 that we're looking for? And if so, you may pass along. And that could be if there is a 2 and 3, or if there's not a 2, like if there's not a 2 but there's a 3, then that's fine. As long as you're the matching shape. If there's a 3 and not a 2, same thing. So in this case, where there's a 2 and not a 3, that would work. That would pass things along. So let's do this. I feel like these are both going to be the same thing, and these are going to be in the correct position too. So what is this right here? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is, yeah, saying, hey, do you match up with this? All right, so that is not what we want, but then this might be what we want. I think so. So this one is 2 and 3, right? Yeah, 2 and 3. This one is 3 and 4. And 3 and 4 is can be this guy up here, I think. All right, so let's try this. And we don't need to paint because everything here is actually painted. So we need none of this, none of that rotation. Don't need any of this. We don't need this. This or this. And we've got no rotation here, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy and rotate it so it's facing down. We'll see what we can do here. Again, this. Yeah, so I think that's what we want to be in both of these. And we will see. Did we make enough in there? No, we have not cleared this one out yet. Okay, so because we haven't cleared that out, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make a wacky self-design. Let's get our signal producer. And you are going to be wedge GH. And wedge GH. And then we'll do cyan, magenta, yellow. Not sure there. Do white there, and we'll do green and blue. And that did not work. Wedge GH, wedge GH. Cyan, magenta, yellow, black. Oh, not black. White. That's why. And then green and blue. No, that didn't work. Oops. Why is this not working? What am I messing up here? It's G, right? Let's see this. F. Darn it. All right. If you have not yet, please leave a like and a subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Flower G hex, and then flower G hex. All right, there we go. CMY white GB. There we go. All right, so this first one that we made should be pink G and yellow H, and should be in that position. Pink G and yellow H in that position. Okay, then the second one, yeah, is that. So I'm going to take this, oops. I'm going to take this and copy and paste. But I'm going to take this little doodad here and delete all these. And put that there. Okay. Excellent. Then we're going to put you in here because you are combining 6 and 1. Which I would get from where? Where can I steal that? Well, I think it just needs... It's the same... it just turns in different areas, right? Yeah. Okay. So, same thing. It's going to have 2 deletes, but the turns are going to happen in different places. And they need to be at the top. Let's do this. And let's go look at the shape itself. So, blue triangle, cyan flower. It's definitely not this. Alright, let's start with this. That is good. Now we're going to do a cut. Yep, that's not a cut. We're going to do a cut. And then we're going to rotate around like that and do another cut. And then we're going to rotate this until it gets into position right there. Perfect. That's what we want. Now this one, let me get rid of that and get rid of that. This one is going to be different because this has to be the combination. This has to be basically 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So guess what? I can do this easily. So I'm going to get rid of that. That. What we need to do is combine this with this. And then let's get rid of that for now. Stacker. Okay. Okay, I think we need to go up a layer. Let's do that. Nope. Alright, so that's both those coming in. Now, we're going to have the stacker be here. One of them goes in there. One of them goes in there. Haha. Glorious. That's what we're looking for. I think that's going to do it. Let's turn this bad mamma jamma on. And see what works. So I'm going to fast forward a bit until we see things cycling through here. Keep in mind right now we have empty, everything is empty. So it's a fresh start and we are doing a junk shape. So then we're going to take that and we're going to switch it back to a real shape. Okay, so let's fast forward. So we've made it past all of the filters. Now we have these shapes coming through. Excellent. So that's what we were expecting. And we've got a good backlog up here. Stuff. What happens if we all of a sudden shift to a shape that doesn't have a third of these positions? I guess there's one way to find out. And that, this is our final shape, the fake shape that we just created. So we're going into there. All good. Boom. We're going to cut that off. Come in here, global receiver. And random operator shape 0. So this is the shape that we're now sending. So let's go back here. And yes, we're sending stuff in. But now it's coming in. Look at this. It's all feeding through and going into the trash. The trash. And we're emptying out all of these systems and all of these as well. And while we're emptying all these out, and keep in mind this one is not going to have anything in this shape. So it's just diverted everything out. So we'll be left with this, you know, what's left in here. But as soon as we enable a shape that uses that position, those will go through and then they'll end up in the trash if they're not the right shape or color or both. So these are coming in and we're looking for a flower petal that is uncolored, and these are instead our magenta G shapes. But you can see here we've got some uncolored ones coming in. Oh, these are uncolored G shapes because we still had G shapes in the hopper. So those are going to come in. Let's see where. There. Now you can see we're starting to get flower shapes in. So those flower shapes are going to be more common. You can see now there's this onesie twosie of the spiky shape, the G shape. Those are coming in, but now you can see this is solid, nothing but flower. I just saw this guy here. Let's get rid of you. Okay. So, in the meantime, all these uncolored spiky shapes go right into the trash. And here, yeah, we have uncolored hex shapes coming in, which I think is what we need. Yep. Actually, we don't need in this position. So those are just going to keep going into the trash. For now. So I really think that the trash cans are, in some cases, like in this case here, it enables being able to transition into the new shape. In other instances, it just helps speed up the transition. Now we've got these flower petals going through. Remember, all we need is one little puck, one biscuit. That's all we need to meet our requirement of 1,000 shapes. Because each of these holds over 1,000. I think it was 1080. Or no, it was more than that. Let's show completed. Train capacity. Oh yeah, no. Each one holds 1080 times 2. So 2,160. So that is more than double what we are being tasked with. So you can see these are the ones that are left over in the system, and there's some of these guys which are the bottom shapes, and some of these guys which are the top shapes. So if we put in a couple of jumpers here, it might speed those up. And make that less of an issue. I'm gonna undo that because I think I just totally broke something. So we're undone. And like I said, I'm not gonna optimize this for max efficiency until Dimension comes out, which is gonna be on June 2nd. So I'll make an announcement. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do. That is a Monday, which is a normal release day. I may try to do streaming. I have not streamed anything live, so I may give that a shot. Why not? Sounds like something new and exciting to do. I can't remember if... Oh, do I have my schedule here? Oh no, I can't look at my schedule right now. It's not gonna work. So anyway, I need to look at my schedule. I think I have that Monday off, and so at the very least, I will be releasing a video on that day, but not at the normal time. It'll be a little late because I want to have new content in it. So, all right, so this guy's chugging along, coming in here and getting married up to these bad shapes, which are all going into the trash here. Yep. And how are these guys doing? So these guys are waiting for a match, which should be coming from this way, from way up here, I believe. And I think maybe something is broken. So this is position 2 and position 3. For this shape, we have a position 2, but not a position 3. So that one should not be feeding into the stacker. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to clear out the stacker. Let's see what that does. Ah. Yeah, I think this is looking at itself. I think this is wrong. I think we're We're gonna need some rotators here. And then this one should be, let's look at this here. Yeah, upper corner, actually one more. This one should be looking at that flower. Like that. Let's just clear all this junk out. This comes down here and says, yes, you're what we want. Meeting up with that, which is going to meet up with this. Yep. So that is looking good. Yes, we should have this shape coming through. That is perfect. Okay, so this one was wrong. Back here. So are all of these wrong? Yeah, I think these down here are wrong too. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rotations. Isn't this 5 rotations? Yeah, so that's 5 and none. All right. So let's have that. This. That. This. Okay, after this gets done, and that is our shape, and delivers, then I'm gonna take another look at it. So let's jump ahead till this has delivered. Again, we're on level 1. This is our first operator shape. Okay. All right, we've just had a pickup of our first little puck. We're gonna see it rocket on in here. Let's see where our next shape is. All right, so this is our next shape. That is not helpful at all as far as testing goes. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm gonna put in our own shape. So again, we'll do different hex flower G, do green, C, M, Y, white, red. Right. So yeah, this one is first looking to see this is the original shape here. Wait, is it? No, it's not. No, this one has been rotated. Where's original shape? Original shape starts with green in position 1. So, yes. Green is position 1. So this is position 2. And then this is position 3. And so yeah, we want to see, does this one exist? If yes, then send it on through. So it's looking at 2 and 3, which is great. This one should be looking at 3 and 4. So this one should be looking at 3, which is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, this one should be looking at 4. Sorry, this one should be looking at 5. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was right. Yeah, we want to be looking at the white petal, the flower, and this one's looking at the one before it, which is the yellow. This one is looking at number 1, yeah, which is this. This one's looking at number 6, which is the red. Okay, so those are. Although, why is this stopped? I feel this should not be stopped. It is sitting here. It stopped because it has fed shapes in from here. It's the correct shape. But now it's waiting for the correct shape to come in from the top. And these are hexes, not spikies. Do we have some spikes coming through eventually? Yes, we do. Doke. Yes, now it's all spikes. So again, to speed things up, we could take these guys and bump them off to the right. And especially for these lower ones, we could say, hey, if you're not the right uncolored shape, then you gots to go into the trash. That would at least create less junk shapes getting created. But now that these are going to be coming through, they'll start matching up with these guys. Again, creating some junk shapes. This is what we're looking for. Red and green. So yeah, this is going to create some good old junk shapes. And we'll see what happens there. This one's have a rotation. This one has no rotation. So, yeah, that's what we want. This is the right rotation here. So that's why they don't have the rotation. Yeah, there we go. So these ones that are the wrong color are going to come in. They'll get diverted out of here. And then here they'll get thrown into the trash. And this... Oh, sorry, no. They're not looking at the color here. They're just looking to see if it exists. And because it exists, they're going to pass through. But these ones are going into the trash because they're not the right shape. So there you see we've got red spikies and green triangles, which are going to get married up to the leftovers of these. So yeah, this is all good. That is working. And again, now that we have a full load of those in the system, I'm going to kibosh it and put this guy back. So now this is sending this shape only. So that's position 4 and 6 only. This is going to be a test. We'll see if this one works. All right, so in the meantime, yeah, there might be some red blocking. So this is just 4 and 6. So yeah, here's 4 and here's 6. So it's just gonna be these two coming together. Yeah, that one's not moving. Yeah, that's good actually. So it's coming in down here, and these are all the old junk shapes from the last one. These are all going into the trash because all we're looking for is this hex shape, hex piece on the bottom. Goodness gracious. Pups are barking. They're saying, hey, did you hit that like button yet? That'd be super duper cool if you did. They are reminding you. Alright, let's do this. We've got to claim. Alright, so let's fast forward and see if this works. Alright, so we've run into a hitch. That is this guy that we built, which is right before the last stack. The problem is these guys on the bottom have nothing. This is basically that whole half. So it's the whole, there's nothing there compared to this one, which just does have just this. But then see, the whole right half is empty over here. Look at the shape. Right? So we just have that. So there's nothing with this to match up to, so it's getting stuck in system. It's not making, and the old junk ones are not making it past this. So need to do that's a tough one here. So we need to say, hey, if you're this or null, we need to clear on out. So, yeah. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna take you, put you way over here. Okay. So we're in there. All right. Alright, this is similar to another thing that we had with our last MAM. So this shape goes into the stacker if it exists. Yeah, so we want to take this out here. Have a signal producer that says null. And do that. Nope. Yeah, because this is null as well, essentially. As if we put a little thing there. Yeah, so these are both null. Let's try an OR. or if either input is on. Right now, neither of them are on. Okay. So, if both inputs are on, if either one is on, if one is on, we want them, if they're both off, we want to trigger it. So, but we need to actually send it along too. Right. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to see if I can figure this out, and then I will explain it if I do. Okay, so I have this half working. What it's doing is it's taking that... Oh, it's not working at all, really. There we go. All right. So it's taking that shape. And it is bringing it in here, and it basically says, hey, if there is a shape here, go ahead and send it up and put it into the stacker. But in this case, there is no shape here. So it is giving it a not signal and making that light up, making this gate light up. In the meantime, I've sent the same signal back to this chain, which is for this side, the 6-1 side, and it is sending its signal through here. And because this is lit up, the signal goes through and passes in with no stacker. Now we need to do the same thing over here, but have it go into the stacker. So this, because, you know, the thing could be switched around and we might have no shape coming this way, but we have one coming this way. So it would do the same thing, get stuck in the other way. It'd be stuck up through here. So we need to basically say, yeah, if you're good, then you're going to go in there. Did that just freeze it? No. If you're good, you're going to go in there. But if not, then we need to send this into there, into non-stacker. Oh my goodness. You know what? Honestly, my brain is not able to work on this right now. And I've got to go to work. I think I'm going to hold this off till next episode. We are getting very close to the dimension update. So we will revisit this next episode. We will get it all sorted out. I know it's going to be all sorted out. I've done this before on our last MAM. I'm going to go and review that, and then I'll bring it back and I will show you what I did and get it all dialed in. But in the meantime, everything else is working. And in the meantime, this shape is working. So that's half the battle. Here's the final shape. You can see it's coming along, going in, not getting into the trash. It's coming over here, getting loaded up. Once one of those pucks goes in, we are good and golden. But I do want to solve this problem because this is just something that's going to happen in the future. Okay, so we will work on it and unbreak the brain and get all good for next episode. So thank you so much for joining. This is Gramps, signing off.